evening, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Spalzes Dolma. I'm from Ladakh, and I have done my graduation in computer science engineering from Guru Gobind Singh in the Prastha University, Delhi. I was the coordinator in one of the most important events of my college, that is based on the international solar photovoltaic technology, and I have been preparing for the government competitive examination.
And hobby?
My hobby is cooking and reading non-fictional books.
Which type books?
In non-fiction, sir,
Haan.
I mostly read self-help books, sir.
Self-help
Books.
Help.
It is a subcategory under non-fiction.
Some examples?
Examples like I have read a recent book by on a book. Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma, and second book I have read is Attitude is Everything. I'm not able to recall the authors. These two books I recently read.
Okay. And your other hobby is cooking.
Yes, sir.
Which type of food you cook?
Sir, other than my local cuisine of Ladakh, I have started gaining interest in mainly making sweets. Sweets, for Indian sweets, and also kind of like snacks, as you can say, like bread pakoda I have made.
And
in sweets, I like gajar ka halwa.
And your favorite dish?
Such dish, not no such dish, but I like gajar ka halwa so much, sir, because I have made it many times, and the person whom I offered, they praised it so much that they are saying that it's much better than the shop.
Okay. And what is the difference between good cholesterol and bad cholesterol?
Okay, sir. The other name of this good cholesterol and bad cholesterol is HDL and LDL. High density lipoprotein means good cholesterol, which is good for the heart, and other is low density lipoproteins.
How much energy or calorie needs for human a day?
Sir, I have no idea.
Okay. What is cultural contribution of Ladakh
towards the mainstream? Sir, we have a distinct culture. Our folklore, our mores, and our culture is quite distinct from this mainstream, sir, because our racial appearance and all are like quite distinct, and this is the main area that we can. And 95% of my UT and my state is tribal dominated, sir. So we know, we have a very importance to our land, sir, especially land, and to preserve my language, my culture, and that's why my UT is right now demanding 6 schedules, a kind of 6 schedule type. Okay,
remove of Article 370. What is the effect on Ladakh?
Yes, sir. After abrogation of 370, there has been a tremendous development, sir. Earlier, it's a kind of like discrimination, or like we get a very low funds, like we do not get proper funds from the state, erstwhile Jammu Kashmir, but now central government has provided, we got directly from the central government. So there has been a high development is going on, whether in terms of infrastructure. We also got university. First time we got central university, and
you tell me about two positive aspects and two negative aspects after separation of Jammu Kashmir.
Two positive aspects is, first is like direct fund from the central government. And second positive is like now we are thrown to the mainstream. Now mainstream can come and they can come in our land and build industries and bring more investments. Like we will get more opportunities for employment. And two negative is negative as such. I'm not sure, so, but there is apprehension in the local people that their land might get, like, they will then taken away, and then their culture will be like erased.
What is the strategic status of Ladakh, counter of Pakistan and China?
Okay. Ladakh is situated at a very strategic place. As on the northern side it is Pakistan, and on the eastern side it is China. And this recent border incursion on the line of actual control. Recently, sir, there is also a kind of cyber attack on the northern grid, power grid on our region from China. And on the Pakistan side, sir, Siachen sector is mainly.
Who is the member of parliament from Ladakh?
Sir, Jamyang Siringham, yeah.
Okay. And which party?
Sir, BJP.
And what is contribution of this personality of Ladakh?
Of Jamyang Siringham,
Yes.
yeah. So he is a very visionary leader, and because many youths take him as an exemplary of how to that many youths are thinking that we can also one day become a good leader in the mainstream India, seeing his example and following his path. So he has a very good vision, and he's courageous.
Some particular and specific vegetables found there.
Okay. Specific vegetables. Sir, there are vegetables, but
Yeah.
vegetables like peas is pea. Pea is especially grown there, and in terms of vegetable like cauliflower we used to grow.
Okay.
Cabbage, cauliflower, peas, and these three mainly grown there. So we had a very limited season because in that we grow
Your qualities,
qualities.
your in 5 strengths in your personality.
Five strengths. So I have few strengths. I have the leadership quality because I was the class representative of my college during the 4 whole years. I was given the charge of.
Okay, you tell about your coordinator.
Yes, coordinator and one of the.
What is the role of coordinator?
So coordinator means I used to instruct my team that how to organize the funds. That time we were not having UPA payments and PI. We used to collect the cash, and I have appointed different divisions for the different tasks, and then I have encouraged them how to be the best at our college. Will be best, and even.
And what is your weakness?
Weakness. Sir, I am a slow learner, but once I used to learn, I will catch up easily, and I keep on that.
Who is your role model?
Role model is in terms of male, female.
Yeah.
So role model is APJ Abdul Kalam. So,
Okay, why?
why? Because of his simplicity. Because being he on the highest constitutional post, he used to be on the on the ground. So he's a very simple person and very high thinking.
Who is the NDA candidate for president?
Draupadi Murmu, sir.
And she belong which?
She belongs to Orissa. She is from the Santhal tribes.
Okay.
Yes, Dolma.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the meaning of your name Spalzes?
Spalzes means
Right.
one who is exemplary.
Okay, exemplary. Okay. Now you said that you are the coordinator of photovoltaic technology
Solar, yes.
impact. So, how this technology works?
Solar photovoltaic technology works by converting the sunlight energy direct into electricity.
Okay. That which forms a part of renewable source of energy.
Yes.
So, what is the contribution, or how much the contribution of this renewable source of energy in the total production of energy in our country? How will it contribute? Because now government is
Yes, sir.
more investing in this technology, of
Yes,
course.
sir,
Right?
yes, sir.
So what is now the present
So actually,
scenario?
I am not exactly know the figure.
Right? Any good estimate you can make?
175 gigawatt, I think, by
That's it.
2022. It
Out
was
of 300, huh? अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है चलो. So you also in fact said that now a lot of industry got attracted over there in Ladakh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which industry you feel the most suitable one to be there in Ladakh? Because it is not possible to have every industry over there, of course, that you are very much aware.
Yes.
Every industry is having their specific locations, of course,
Yes.
right? So which one is more suitable over there, which can surely
Yes.
going to have impact over good impact over the over the economy of Ladakh?
Yes, sir. There can be few industries like food processing industry,
Okay.
handicraft industry. These two are the main, and these two I
So
don't recall.
food processing, that means we are having good production of some food items.
Yes, sir. We actually Ladakh has a variety of food, and like we have very important herbs which are not available in India,
Okay.
and especially the sea buckthorn, buckwheat. These are not available in mainstream India.
Okay,
So
okay.
that is a very good
So you already
opportunity.
having a lot of in fact interest in this, the preparation of food. So why don't you feel that you should start this kind of startups? Because you are from Ladakh, you know
Yes.
all knowledge about this in fact.
Yes.
Even you have good knowledge about the whole Indian culture, this Indian region, of course.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you start some kind of startup, and instead of becoming a job seeker, you become the job provider?
Yes, sir.
What
But
you
my inclination is always towards serving the weaker sections. I've always dreamt of it.
But that is also, you earn money, you pay tax, and you also serving the country or serving the
Sir,
people.
So still I have this inclination for the welfare of this downtrodden. So that's why I always aim to be an administrator or an officer with whom I have some power, so that I can be more responsible to serve as my duty as
So
a.
how are you going to contribute in this particular career, like with EPFO?
Okay, so I have this quality of being sincere and honest, sir. And also I have now almost 8-9 years gap as almost after graduation. So I have this determination and perseverance.
But how will you prove that? Because everybody from whom we are asking about the qualities. So first and the foremost quality what they are saying is the honest.
Okay.
So how
So
can we decide that yes, the person is honest?
Yes, as I told that I was the chosen vote by voting. I was chosen as my senior and my class teacher as the most suitable candidate because of my honesty, sir. Because there was some test. At time I have to collect so many cash, and I have to be very honest with the teachers, because as you know the college life is. So I was very honest with my teachers, and also I have never cheated my colleagues also. I kept a balance between them. So, but I have my mark sheet in which there were two subjects were there which were based on the observation by the teacher. So I got the highest marks among 200 students in 2 semesters.
Okay, okay. So which was the law which led to the formation of EPFO?
No.
Law made by the
Yes,
government of India or passed by the government of India?
Employee Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Act 1952.
52. Okay, okay. And which was the first act that got passed linked with the EPFO in India?
So
In which year? Any idea about that?
recently.
First act.
First, so I'm not sure.
When please,
Okay, and Dolma,
Yes, ma'am.
you are talking about that you are the coordinator of some major event, like, so we can say that is the extracurriculum activities.
Okay, ma'am.
That is not like you are not graduate or postgrad. That is mentioned in, and that is count in the extracurriculum activities.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. But that is one of the most important quality required for serving a good post, a high post, a responsible post, ma'am. I was there as a responsible post.
Okay, so it means that you are highly active in your college, in your schools.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
School I was not so active, but I am already a extrovert. I was an extrovert person, and I am extrovert person. I used to take initiative, ma'am.
Okay.
I always speak for the truth, because there were some incidents that I never kept quiet regarding the courage.
So okay, so what do you think about the women empowerment?
Women empowerment is a capability of a woman to act independently, whether social, economic, or politically, and to bring a social change bring a social change.
Okay. Uh, in Ladakh, there are most of monasteries, and the chanting, which are in a monastery, that is also listed in UNESCO.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Uh, UNESCO, ma'am, that is the distinct, unique chanting. we
Like
use-
Vedic chanting is also in UNESCO World Heritage list. So the chanting of monasteries. So I want to know that what is that exactly?
Ma'am, that is the like religious. We used to chant for as a part of like religious importance, ma'am. It
Okay.
gave us peace, meditation, kind of like peace and mental calmness.
Okay.
Because as Lord Buddha has said that you should be mentally calm from inside.
Okay. Okay, Dolma. As you mentioned in your hobbies,
Yes, ma'am.
that you recently started gaining interest reading fictional books,
Non-fictional.
non-fiction. So, do you understand that what is hobby and recently started? Is there any difference between them?
Yes, ma'am. As cooking is my hobby, so it was a
Hobby is like a long time process,
Yes, ma'am.
but it's you also mentioned I also recently added. Recently is not like hobby. Maybe it's changed.
Yes, sir. Sorry, ma'am. Actually,
If you get bored from that non-fictional or novels or these books, so maybe that is changed from your
yes, ma'am.
mind ki that you don't like.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I should not consider in the hobby. It is just an interest I have development.
Okay, so how EPFO is related to social security?
Okay. EPFO is one of the largest social security provider in the world, and even it has 3 schemes, namely Employee Provident Fund Scheme, Employee Pension Scheme, and EDLI scheme. With these 3 schemes, it usually worked for the betterment mainly for the lower income groups, lower salary persons. And also during COVID times, when the migration was going in there, and then EPFO has settled the claims and they have given liberal measures, ma'am. Also regarding women, also there was like early settlement claims of women were also done on the International Women's Day.
Okay. And tell me something about the Pangong Lake.
Yes.
That is also very famous.
Yes, ma'am.
Why? What is the special characteristics
Pangong
of?
Lake is the brackish lake in the border of India and Tibet, now China, and India possesses only 1/3 of the lake. It is like placed on one strategic place, ma'am.
Okay.
And it changes its color, and it is one of the tourist attraction of our beauty.
Okay. And do you think that women participation is very large number in Ladakh also in every field?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we have a kind of like matriarchy system there. ma'am.
Okay.
We have like a word called Ama Chukspa, means Ama means mother.
Okay.
Chukspa means like group.
Okay.
It's like a panchayat type, ma'am.
Okay.
So it doesn't have this problem of like dowry and a patriarchal problem. So
Okay.
this time our sex ratio is also the top among the whole state.
Okay. So when you selected or when you selected in EPFO, so what do you do for the women of Ladakh? So do you think that you do some different kind of things, like when you are in college and you do extracurricular activities? So do you think that you have to do some different things and you have to motivate the women of Ladakh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. As I have given this opportunity of serving the one of the prestigious organization, and I will do my duty. And also towards the women, I will be more generous, and I will empower them. I will try to educate and make them aware what are the your rights regarding the, especially in this widower pension and all.
One question my side. When marriage, male and female,
Yes, sir.
male go to female house or female go to male house?
Female go to male.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That means we are also learning about a lot of things from you,
Yeah.
Thank
from
you.
your culture in fact.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
thing.
And there some famous like clothes, like artisans.
Mhm.
Is there any in Ladakh?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
The specific dress the
Yes,
women
ma'am.
wear, that
Actually,
is known?
the women, what we she wear is known as sulma,
Sulma.
sulma,
Okay.
and boys is known as koncha.
Okay.
Koncha, sulma. These are the dress is adapted to the climatic condition, ma'am, because we have that time we used to have like almost cold, and it is a like cold desert area, ma'am.
Sometimes the issue is that ki when almost peoples are gathered in Ladakh and they have not they were aware about that Swachhata Abhiyan,
Mhm.
or they do some this kind of problems like
Mhm.
environmental issues they create a lot. So do you think?
No, ma'am. Local people are very aware of this Swachhata.
Okay.
But after this, unsustainable tourism has come in our state, in our place now. So we need to be very cautious. We need to manage the tourism. Tourism is becoming the most important right now problem for the long-term sustainability now, because we have the composite toilets. We don't
Okay.
use this like sewer toilets now. We
Okay.
use the dry toilets.
Okay.
And the manure we used to put in our field. We have organic farming now.
Okay. Okay.
So, but now in this competition of making so many hotels and to attract the tourists, we used to have this sewer, and it is like not proper. Like urbanization is not proper. So that sewer water and the natural water get mixed, ma'am, and the whole thing is getting
So
polluted.
requirement of management.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
kind of
Yes,
thing. Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.